You know that moment when someone sends you expensive flowers and your husband's first reaction isn't curiosity, but casual dismissal? Yeah, that should have been my first clue that Thursday was about to become the worst and eventually best day of my life. I'm Iris, 38, high school sociology teacher in Spring Valley, Indiana, where the most exciting thing that happens is usually someone's kid getting caught vaping in the parking lot or the Dairy Queen running out of Blizzard mix. Married 11 years to Royce, who manages sales at Henderson Brothers Auto, the biggest car dealership between here and Indianapolis. We've got 2 kids. Noah's 9 and obsessed with Pokemon cards. Stella's 6 and thinks she's a mermaid. Standard middle-class Midwestern life. Mortgage, minivan, mild resentment about property taxes. The American dream, right? April 18th, Thursday afternoon. I'm grading essays about social inequality. Ironic, considering what I'm about to discover about my own life. When the doorbell rings. FedEx guy holding an arrangement so massive I can barely see his face. Peonies. The expensive kind that cost more than my weekly grocery budget. No card. No sender information. I text Royce. Did you send flowers? His response comes 30 seconds later. No, why? I sent him a photo. He calls immediately, which is weird because Royce hates phone calls. Where'd those come from? His voice has this edge I can't quite place. That's what I'm asking you. Probably some student being weird. You know how they get around graduation. He sounds relieved. I'm watching the game. See you at 6. He hangs up before I can respond. I stare at these gorgeous, clearly intentional flowers and think, what high school kid has $200 to drop on peonies? 3 hours later, I'm making spaghetti, Noah's doing homework, Stella's singing Let It Go for the 4,000th time. Doorbell rings again. This time it's a smaller arrangement. White roses, classic, romantic, completely terrifying. There's a manila envelope attached. I sign for it, close the door, and my hands are shaking as I open the envelope because some primal part of my brain already knows this isn't a mistake. Inside, one photo, printed on regular paper, but the image is crystal clear, recent, probably taken within the last week based on Royce's haircut. He just got it trimmed Saturday. It's my husband, walking out of the Comfort Inn on Route 40, holding hands with a woman I vaguely recognize. Blonde, young, the kind of young that makes you feel ancient at 38. They're smiling at each other like they're in a goddamn Hallmark movie. I recognize her now. Sabrina. Works the front desk at Henderson Brothers. I've seen her exactly twice. Once at the Christmas party where she wore a dress that barely qualified as fabric, and once when I stopped by to bring Royce his forgotten lunch. My hands aren't shaking anymore. They're steady. Weirdly steady. It's like my body went into some kind of shock-induced autopilot mode. Noah wanders into the kitchen. Mom, I need help with, are you okay? Perfect, honey. I slide the photo under a dish towel. What do you need? I help him with his math homework. I serve dinner. I laugh at Stella's mermaid impression. I ask Royce about his day when he walks in at 6:15, still in his dealership polo, smelling like the cologne I bought him for his birthday. Good, he says, kissing my cheek. Boring. You know how Thursdays are. Inventory day. Inventory day. Right, that's what he calls it. How were the flowers? He asks, serving himself spaghetti. Lovely, I say. Mysterious, though. He shrugs. Probably just a mix-up. You want me to call the flower shop? No, I say sweetly. I already figured it out. His fork pauses halfway to his mouth. Just for a second. Then he smiles. Yeah? Yeah. Just a silly mistake. I smile back. He relaxes immediately. Goes back to eating. Asks Noah about Pokemon. Makes Stella laugh with his terrible mermaid voice. I sit there, watching him perform this perfect impression of a faithful husband. And I think, this man genuinely believes I'm stupid enough to fall for this. After the kids are in bed, I retrieve the envelope. There's something else inside I missed. A small white card with a phone number and 5 words. Call if you want truth. I wait until Royce is snoring. Then I take my phone into the bathroom, turn on the shower for noise cover, and dial. A woman answers on the first ring. Voice tired but alert. You must be Iris. My heart does this weird stuttering thing. Who is this? Vera. I'm Marshall's wife. Marshall works with your husband. The flowers were from me. Well, from all of us, technically. but I organized it. She sounds like someone who's been rehearsing this conversation. We need to talk, but not on the phone. Can you meet tomorrow? Starbucks on Main Street, 10 a.m.? I know you have a planning period then. How do you know my schedule? Because I've been tracking your husband's schedule for 3 months, and he always mentions when you're available. She pauses. Iris, I'm not crazy. I'm not dramatic. I'm an accountant. I deal in facts and numbers. And the facts are that your husband, my husband, and 2 other men from Henderson Brothers have been running a recreational cheating ring for the past 8 months. I have documentation. I have proof. I have a plan. And I need you on board. The shower's still running, steam's filling the bathroom. I'm sitting on the toilet lid in my pajamas, staring at the photo of my husband with another woman, listening to a stranger tell me my marriage is a lie, and all I can think is, this is the most Midwestern thing that's ever happened to me. Organizing a cheating scandal like it's a PTA fundraiser. I'll be there, I say. Good. Bring your anger. We're going to need it. She hangs up. I turn off the shower. Hide the envelope in my winter boots. Royce would never look there. Brush my teeth. Climb into bed next to my husband, who's sleeping peacefully, probably dreaming about his next Thursday inventory. And I think, you have no idea what's coming. But you will. Friday morning. I drop Noah and Stella at Spring Valley Elementary like it's any other day. Wave to the other moms. Smile at Mrs. Patterson, the crossing guard who's been working that corner since dinosaurs roamed Indiana. Everyone thinks I'm fine. I'm wearing my favorite cardigan and the earrings Royce gave me for our anniversary. The picture of suburban stability. I'm screaming internally, but externally? Martha Stewart would be proud. Starbucks at 9:58. I spot Vera immediately. She's sitting in the back corner, laptop open, looking like she's about to present quarterly earnings to a board of directors. Blazer, neat bun. The kind of woman who color codes her spreadsheets and actually enjoys tax season. Iris. She stands, shakes my hand. Firm grip. Thank you for coming. I know this is insane. That's one word for it. I sit down. You said there are others? 2 more. Tessa and Gwen. They're coming at 10:30. I wanted to brief you first because your husband is the ringleader. She opens her laptop, angles it toward me. Marshall's been working at Henderson Brothers for 6 years. Your husband's been there 9. They're friends, golf buddies. Their affair partners are also friends, apparently. It's very cozy, very organized, very disgusting. She pulls up a folder labeled Project Thursday, because of course she gave it a project name. I started suspecting Marshall in January. He was coming home late every Thursday. Always the same excuse. Inventory, paperwork, client dinners. But he's a mechanic. He doesn't have client dinners. So I hired a private investigator. Cost me $3,000. Worth every penny. She clicks through photos. Marshall with a woman I don't recognize. Dated, time-stamped. Then more photos. Different men. Different women. Same hotel. Same day of the week. Your husband appears in 62% of the surveillance photos. He's there almost every Thursday for the past 8 months. The investigator said Royce is clearly the organizer. He books the rooms, coordinates timing, even created a group chat. A group chat? I can't even process this. They have a group chat for cheating. Called After Work Fun. I have screenshots. She pulls up her phone, shows me messages that make me want to throw up my overpriced latte. Royce. Thursday looks good. Usual time? Marshall. In. Sabrina confirmed. Calvin. Maeve's bringing wine this time. We're classy now. Sterling. My wife thinks I'm at a dealership conference next month. 3-day weekend? There are laughing emojis, inside jokes, photos I will never unsee. How did you get into the chat? I ask. Marshall's an idiot who uses his birthday as his phone password. Vera's smile is razor sharp. I forwarded everything to myself, then deleted the sent messages. He has no idea. Who are Calvin and Sterling? Sales guys. Calvin's been married to Tessa for 14 years. 3 kids. Sterling married Gwen 6 years ago. No kids yet. She's been doing fertility treatments. He's been texting about how stressful her baby obsession is while sleeping with June, the parts department manager. The casual cruelty of it hits me like a truck. Gwen's spending thousands on fertility treatments while her husband complains about her to his affair partner. Why didn't you just divorce Marshall? I ask. Vera's expression goes cold. Because divorce is what they expect. Divorce is quiet, private. They get to spin the narrative, play victim, move on with their 20-something girlfriends while we're the bitter ex-wives who couldn't keep them happy. She leans forward. I don't want quiet. I want consequences. Public, devastating, career-ending consequences. And I need all 4 wives on board to make it hurt the way it should. I should probably be concerned about how much I like this woman. What's the plan? Mother's Day. She pulls up a calendar. May 12th. 3 weeks from Sunday. There's a tradition at Henderson Brothers. Every year they host a Mother's Day appreciation brunch for employees and families. Spouses, kids, parents. Even the dealership owners attend. Frank and Eugene Henderson are extremely religious. They donate to churches, sponsor Little League, pride themselves on family values and community image. Oh, I see where this is going. We're going to hijack the brunch, Vera continues. I've already volunteered to handle the presentation. Told them I want to do a slideshow honoring all the mothers in the Henderson Brothers family. They loved the idea. Gave me full access to the projector and sound system. You're going to show them the evidence. Every photo, every message, every hotel receipt charged to company cards. Yes, your husband used the corporate card for his affair hotels. It's technically embezzlement. Her smile could cut glass. In front of their wives, their children, their mothers, and their bosses. I want to watch them try to explain this to their 80-year-old Catholic mothers. It's diabolical. It's public humiliation on a nuclear scale. It's absolutely perfect. I'm in, I say. What do you need from me? Right now, act normal. Be the perfect wife. Don't let Royce suspect anything. Can you do that? I think about 11 years of marriage. 11 years of believing his late nights were about work. 11 years of defending him to my mother who never liked him. 11 years of being the understanding wife while he was literally scheduling hookups around our family calendar. I teach teenagers, I say. I can fake sincerity in my sleep. Tessa arrives at 10:30. She's younger than I expected, 36, with tired eyes and a coffee stain on her jeans. 3 kids, Vera mentioned. The exhaustion makes sense. Is it true? Tessa asks before she even sits down. Calvin's been cheating for 8 months? Vera shows her the evidence. Tessa doesn't cry. She just gets very, very quiet. Then she says, I want him destroyed. Gwen shows up 10 minutes later. 34. Yoga instructor body. The kind of woman who drinks green smoothies and actually enjoys hot yoga. She looks at the photos of Sterling with June, and her hands start shaking. We've been trying for 3 years, she whispers. 3 years of shots and hormones and disappointment. He said he wanted a baby as much as I did. He held my hand through 2 miscarriages. And he's been sleeping with someone else the entire time? Vera hands her tissues. Do you want in? Gwen's eyes are dry when she looks up. I want to watch him suffer. We spend the next 2 hours planning. Vera's made a PowerPoint. Actual slides with bullet points and graphs. She's organized the evidence chronologically, cross-referenced hotel records with dealership schedules, even included a financial breakdown of how much company money was spent on affairs. This is the most Midwestern revenge plot in history, Tessa says, scrolling through the presentation. We're taking them down with proper documentation and a well-organized brunch. They underestimated us, Vera says simply. They thought we were too busy with carpool and meal prep to notice. They thought we'd be too humiliated to fight back. They were wrong. We synchronize our stories. For the next 3 weeks, we're perfect wives. Supportive, loving, completely oblivious. We create a group chat of our own. Call it Thursday therapy. And we wait. The next 3 weeks are an acting masterclass that deserves an Oscar nomination. I become the wife Royce always wanted. Supportive, affectionate, blissfully ignorant. I pack his lunches with little notes. I laugh at his terrible jokes. I initiate intimacy twice, which clearly confuses him because his guilt makes him awkward. But he goes along with it because men are predictable creatures. Thursday, April 25th. Royce comes home at 8:30. Usual time for inventory night. How was work? I ask, serving him reheated lasagna. Exhausting. We had to reorganize the entire backlot. He loosens his tie. Doesn't meet my eyes. I checked the dealership's parking lot security feeds. Vera got access through some creative password guessing on Marshall's employee portal. Royce left at 5:45. The Comfort Inn is 12 minutes away. He was there from 6 to 8. Backlot my foot. You work so hard, I say sweetly. I appreciate you. He actually looks guilty for half a second. Then Stella runs in, screaming about a loose tooth, and the moment passes. Our Thursday therapy chat is active constantly. Tessa, April 27th. Calvin just told me he loves me. I threw up in my mouth a little. Gwen, April 30th. Sterling bought me flowers today. Flowers. The audacity. Vera, May 2nd. Marshall asked if I've been happy lately. I said yes. He looked relieved. Idiot. We meet twice more to refine the plan. Vera's PowerPoint is now 47 slides. She's added a timeline graphic that looks like something from a true crime documentary. Tessa contributed financial records. Turns out Calvin's been Venmoing Maeve money for months, labeled as lunch reimbursement. Gwen found messages Sterling had archived in his regular phone. He thought archiving made them invisible. Rookie mistake. I contributed the security footage Vera pulled. Watching my husband walk into that hotel lobby, checking his reflection in the glass doors, smoothing his hair before going upstairs, that particular indignity gets its own slide. May 9th, Thursday, 1 week before Mother's Day. Royce kisses me goodbye that morning. Don't wait up. Big inventory night. Might be late. Take your time, I say. I'll keep dinner warm. He leaves. I immediately text the group. Me. He just left for his last Thursday. How are we feeling? Vera. Ready. Presentation is finalized. I've confirmed all 4 families will attend Sunday. Tessa. Calvin's mother is coming. She adores me. This will destroy her. I feel bad for approximately 3 seconds. Gwen. Sterling told me Mother's Day brunch will be special this year. He has no idea how right he is. The Sunday before Mother's Day, we do a dry run. Vera rents a conference room at the Spring Valley Public Library. We practice our parts. When the slideshow reaches the photos, the really damning ones, none of us flinch anymore. We've looked at them so many times they've lost their power to hurt. Now they're just ammunition. Remember, Vera says, when it starts, no one reacts emotionally. We stay calm. We've already won. We just need to let it play out. Tessa raises her hand like we're in class. What if they try to leave? The doors will be monitored. Vera's thought of everything. My brother and his friends from the VFW are handling event logistics. They think they're just helping with setup and coordination. They'll keep the doors secure until the presentation finishes. Is that legal? Gwen asks. Is embezzlement legal? Is adultery legal in Indiana? Vera shrugs. We're operating in a moral gray area. I'm comfortable with it. Mother's Day arrives. Sunday, May 12th. Weather is perfect. 72 degrees. Sunny. The kind of day that makes you believe in new beginnings. I wake up before Royce, make coffee, put on the dress I wore to our 10-year anniversary dinner last year. Navy blue, modest, the kind of thing a devoted wife wears. Curl my hair. Put on the pearl necklace his mother gave me. Noah and Stella make me construction paper cards at the kitchen table. Stella's has a drawing of me with a mermaid tail because she's convinced I'm secretly aquatic. Noah's says, Best Mom in careful block letters. These are beautiful, I tell them. And I mean it. Whatever happens today, my kids didn't deserve this. But they deserve the truth eventually. They deserve a mother who doesn't teach them to accept disrespect. Royce comes downstairs in khakis and a button-down. He's holding a gift bag. Happy Mother's Day. Inside is a candle from Target and a card that says, To my amazing wife. The card is signed, but not personalized. He probably bought it yesterday. It's perfect. I lie. Thank you. He kisses my forehead. Ready to go celebrate? You have no idea. Henderson Brothers dealership has a huge showroom they use for their annual Mother's Day appreciation brunch. Today it's decorated with balloons, fresh flowers, and a banner reading, Celebrating Our Henderson Family Mothers. There are round tables with white tablecloths, catered breakfast spread, classical music playing softly, very classy, very wholesome, very about to be destroyed. We arrive at 10:15. The room is already half full. I spot Vera with Marshall and their 2 teenage sons, Tessa with Calvin and their 3 kids, ages 12, 9, and 7, I learned. Gwen with Sterling, looking thin and anxious. Sabrina is here, apparently volunteered to help with event setup, probably hoping for overtime pay and a chance to impress the bosses. So is Maeve, so is June. They're standing together near the coffee station laughing, young and confident and completely unaware. Frank and Eugene Henderson are greeting people near the entrance. Frank's wife is arranging flowers. Eugene's mother, who has to be 90, is sitting at the head table. Iris, Royce, wonderful to see you. Frank shakes Royce's hand. And these must be Noah and Stella. How are you two? My children smile politely. They've been raised right, unlike their father. We find our assigned table. Royce is relaxed, smiling, playing the devoted family man. Marshall joins us, then Calvin. The three of them start talking about last week's baseball game. Their wives sit quietly, sipping mimosas, looking like perfect Midwestern mothers. We're so good at this act, we should be professionals. At 11 o'clock, Frank Henderson takes the microphone. Thank you all for coming to our annual Mother's Day celebration. We're blessed to have such strong, dedicated women in the Henderson brothers family. Today, we honor you. Polite applause. We have a special presentation prepared by Vera, Marshall's lovely wife. Vera's put together a beautiful tribute. Vera? Vera stands, smooths her dress, walks to the front with a USB drive. The projector is already set up. She plugs it in. The screen behind her lights up with the Henderson Brothers logo. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Eugene. Her voice is steady, calm. Today, I want to share something important about family, about honesty, about respect. The first slide appears. It's a title screen, The Truth About Thursday Nights. I watch Royce's face. He hasn't registered it yet. Neither has Marshall or Calvin or Sterling. They're still relaxed, still unsuspecting. The second slide appears. It's a photo, time-stamped, date-stamped, crystal clear, Royce and Sabrina, Comfort Inn, Thursday, March 21st. Royce goes white. I watch the blood drain from his face in real time. He turns to look at me. I smile, take a sip of my mimosa, don't say a word. And Vera just keeps clicking through slides. Slide 3. Marshall and Maeve. Same hotel. Thursday, February 28th. Marshall tries to stand. Vera's brother, 6'4", former Army, is suddenly standing behind him. Presentation's not over, buddy. Stay seated. Slide 4. Calvin and Maeve. Thursday, March 14th. Apparently Maeve had a rotation system. Efficient. Tessa's oldest daughter, 12-year-old Riley, whispers loudly, Mom, is that Dad? Yes, honey, Tessa says calmly. That's your father. Watch the presentation. Slide 5. Sterling and June. Thursday, April 4th. Gwen's not looking at the screen anymore. She's looking at Sterling, who's staring at his plate like he can disappear into it. Her face is perfectly serene. She picks up her water glass, takes a sip, sets it down with careful precision. The room is dead silent, except for Vera's voice and the click of slides advancing. These photos were taken over the past 3 months by a licensed private investigator. Vera continues, like she's presenting quarterly earnings. All encounters occurred on Thursday evenings between 6 and 9 p.m. at the Comfort Inn on Route 40. Room charges were billed to Henderson Brothers corporate cards under the category Client Entertainment. Slide 8. It's a spreadsheet, color-coded, beautiful, showing dates, times, room numbers, and credit card charges. The total misuse of company funds amounts to $4,362 over 8 months. Frank Henderson's face is purple. Eugene looks like he might stroke out. Their mother is clutching her pearls. Literally, she's wearing pearls and muttering prayers in Italian. Slide 12. Screenshots of the after-work fun group chat. Vera reads one aloud. March 19th. Royce writes, Same time next week. I told Iris I have late inventory. She bought it again. Marshall responds, They always do. I feel Noah's small hand slip into mine under the table. He doesn't understand everything, but he knows something bad is happening. I squeeze his hand gently. Slide 18. More messages. Sterling complaining about Gwen's baby obsession. Calvin joking about Tessa's weight gain after their 3rd kid. Royce calling me clueless. That one stings. Not gonna lie. Sabrina realizes what's happening and bolts for the door. Vera's brother's friend blocks her path. Presentation's mandatory, ma'am. Fire code. There is no fire code. But she doesn't know that. Slide 23. Financial breakdown showing Sabrina received a raise last December. Approved by Royce. Despite being there only 7 months. Maeve got a company car in February. Approved by all 3 men. June received a promotion to parts manager in January. She'd worked there only 5 months. Pay for play, Vera says pleasantly. Classic workplace harassment. Also grounds for termination and potential lawsuits. Frank Henderson stands up. Stop the presentation. It's already stopped, Vera says. This is slide 47. We're done. The final slide appears. It's just text. Simple. Devastating. To the Henderson brothers' ownership, these 4 men have violated company policy, misused corporate funds, and created a hostile work environment. We recommend immediate termination. To our families, we're sorry you had to learn this way, but silence protects predators. Transparency protects everyone else. Happy Mother's Day. The lights come up. Nobody moves. Then Eugene Henderson walks over to our table, looks down at Royce, Marshall, Calvin, and Sterling. You 4. My office. Now. Eugene, I can explain. Royce starts. I don't want explanations. I want you out of my building in 20 minutes. Security will escort you. Royce turns to me. Iris, please. Let me explain. Explain what? I ask. My voice is steady. Calm. I've practiced this. Explain 8 months of Thursdays? Explain calling me clueless? Explain sleeping with someone young enough to be your daughter while I raised ours? It didn't mean anything. Then you wasted 8 months on nothing. How efficient. I stand up. Noah, Stella, let's go get ice cream. Leave your father here with his choices. Stella looks confused. Noah looks angry. They both follow me without arguing. As we're leaving, I hear Royce's mother, who drove 3 hours from Fort Wayne, say, I didn't raise you to be this kind of man. That, honestly, feels better than anything I could have said. The parking lot is chaos. Sabrina's crying next to her Honda Civic. Maeve's screaming at Calvin. Apparently she didn't know about the wife and 3 kids. Plot twist. The affair partner was also being lied to. June's already gone. Tessa walks past Calvin without a word. Just loads her 3 kids into their van and drives away. Calvin tries to follow on foot. Her oldest son locks the doors. Gwen stops in front of Sterling. Doesn't say anything. Just hands him a folder. Divorce papers, I'm guessing. And leaves with more grace than he deserves. Vera stops next to Marshall. The house is in my name. My lawyer will contact yours. Don't come home. Vera, we can fix this. You can fix nothing. I've already changed the locks. She gets in her car and leaves. Marshall stands there looking lost. Good. I strap Noah and Stella into the minivan. Royce runs out as I'm starting the engine. Bangs on my window. I roll it down 2 inches. Iris, please. We need to talk. Let me come home tonight. We can work this out. You're not coming home tonight. Or any night. Your clothes are in garbage bags on the porch. I changed the locks Friday. His face does something complicated. You've been planning this. For 3 weeks. While you were planning Thursday nights. I start rolling the window up. My lawyer will contact yours. Child support hearing is Tuesday. Don't be late. You can't just throw away 11 years? I didn't. You did. Every Thursday for 8 months. I'm just taking out the trash. I finish rolling up the window. As I'm pulling away, I see Frank Henderson escorting all 4 men to their cars. None of them are getting severance, I'll learn later. They're getting investigated for embezzlement. We go to Dairy Queen. I get Noah a large Blizzard. Stella gets a chocolate-dipped cone. I get a small vanilla cone and eat it while watching my kids process what just happened in the way kids do. Quietly, confused, but resilient. Is Dad a bad person? Noah asks. Dad made bad choices, I say carefully. That doesn't mean he doesn't love you, but it means Mom and Dad won't be married anymore. Will we still see him? Yes, he's still your father. That doesn't change. Stella's quiet for a long time. Then she says, Did Dad stop loving you? That question hurts more than the photos, more than the messages, more than anything. I think Dad forgot how to love me the right way. So Mom is going to find a way to love herself instead. She nods, goes back to her ice cream. My phone buzzes constantly. Group chat. Tessa. It's done. Gwen. I feel nothing. Is that normal? Vera. That's called freedom. You'll feel it soon. Me. Thank you. All of you. Vera. Thank you for trusting me. We did good today. We did. We really did. By Monday morning, the entire town knows. The story's on every local Facebook group. Someone recorded part of the presentation on their phone. Terrible angle, mostly Vera's back, but enough to confirm what happened. The comments are split. Half are supportive. Half call us vindictive. I don't care about either half. Tuesday, Royce shows up to the child support hearing looking like he hasn't slept. His lawyer tries to argue he needs time to find new employment. My lawyer presents his corporate card statements. Judge orders temporary support of $1,500 monthly based on his previous managerial income. He can petition to lower it once he proves reduced earnings, but that's his problem, not mine. Custody is joint pending evaluation, but primary residence stays with me. Royce tries to talk to me afterward. Did you have to humiliate me publicly? Did you have to humiliate me privately for 8 months? He has no answer for that. 6 months later, November. Turns out public humiliation is surprisingly effective motivation for personal growth. Who knew? The divorce finalized in August. I got the house, primary custody, and enough monthly support that Royce is probably eating ramen 3 meals a day. He's working at a used car lot off Route 40. Yes, the same road as his former affair hotel. The universe has a sense of humor. Noah sees a therapist every other Wednesday. He's doing okay. Angry sometimes. Confused often. But okay. Stella asked if we could get a dog since Dad left and we have space now. We got a golden retriever puppy she named Butterscotch. The dog destroys furniture, but the kids are happy. Fair trade. Royce has them every other weekend. He's awkward about it. Rents a small apartment in Greenfield, 20 minutes away. Overcompensates with toys and fast food. But he shows up. Pays on time. Doesn't bring Sabrina around them. The bar is underground, but he's clearing it. Sabrina, by the way, moved to Indianapolis. Heard she's working at a gym. Good for her, I guess. She was 29 and stupid. He was 40 and married. The math on who's more culpable isn't complicated. Maeve left town entirely. Heard she went back to Ohio. June still works at Henderson Brothers. Turns out she wasn't involved voluntarily. Eugene kept her after she provided evidence of workplace coercion. Calvin tried to fight it legally. Lost spectacularly. Calvin's living with his mother. Tessa got the house, the kids, and a restraining order after he showed up drunk at Riley's soccer game in July. She's working full-time now at the hospital. Medical billing. Says it's boring but stable. Her kids are thriving. Riley asked if she could change her last name to mine. Tessa told me last week over coffee. She said she doesn't want to be associated with him. What did you say? I said she has to wait until she's 18. But I understood. Tessa smiled. She's tougher than I ever was. Gwen got her divorce finalized in August. Met someone in September. Grief counselor, actually. He's divorced. Has a daughter. They're taking it slow, but she lights up when she talks about him. Found out she's pregnant. 12 weeks along. She laughed when she told me. After 3 years of treatments and 2 miscarriages with Sterling, she gets naturally pregnant within months of meeting someone new. Timing is everything, she said. Is it his? I asked carefully when she told me. Yes. Her smile was peaceful. We weren't trying, but we weren't preventing either. After everything with Sterling and the fertility treatments, I'd made peace with maybe never having kids. This feels like a gift I didn't know I could still receive. Sterling declared bankruptcy in October. Lost the house, the car, everything. Heard he's couch surfing. Don't care enough to verify. Marshall tried to reconcile with Vera in July. Showed up with flowers and a speech about how he'd changed. She recorded the whole thing, posted it to Facebook with the caption, "For anyone wondering if they took accountability, no." It got 4,000 views. He stopped trying after that. Vera's thriving. Got promoted at her accounting firm. Her oldest son is in college now. The younger one's a high school senior applying to schools. She's dating someone. Didn't tell us who yet. Says she's keeping it private. Smart woman. Our Thursday therapy group chat is still active. We meet monthly for dinner. Call ourselves the First Wives Club, Spring Valley Edition. We laugh about things that weren't funny 6 months ago. We celebrate small victories. We remind each other we're more than what happened to us. Last Thursday, yes, Thursday, we reclaimed it, Vera proposed a toast. To us, for choosing truth over comfort, for choosing ourselves over settling, and for proving that revenge is a dish best served with proper documentation and audio-visual equipment. We drank to that. I'm teaching a new unit in my sociology class this semester. It's called Recognizing Red Flags in Relationships. I don't mention my personal experience, but the kids know anyway. Small towns don't keep secrets. They're more engaged in this unit than anything I've taught in 10 years. Last week, a senior named Paige stayed after class. Mrs. Holloway, my boyfriend keeps texting other girls and says I'm paranoid. After your class, I realized that's gaslighting, right? Right, I said. I broke up with him yesterday. She smiled. He called me crazy. I blocked him. Good, I said. You're not crazy. You're aware. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. She left looking lighter. That's the thing about surviving something devastating. You become a resource for others going through it. You become proof that it's survivable. My mother visits more now. She never liked Royce. Told me on our wedding day he had shifty energy. I should have listened, but she doesn't say I told you so. She just helps with the kids and tells me I look happier than I have in years. She's right. There's a freedom in not pretending anymore. In not performing happiness for someone who's performing fidelity. In not shrinking yourself to make space for someone else's lies. Noah asked me last night if I'm dating anyone. Not yet, I said. Maybe someday. Right now I'm dating myself. Learning what I actually like without worrying about what someone else wants. That's weird, Mom. It's healthy, actually. You'll understand when you're older. He rolled his eyes. 9-year-olds are skeptical creatures. Stella still believes in fairy tales, mermaids and princes and happily ever after. I don't have the heart to tell her that happiness doesn't come from princes. It comes from self-respect and good friends and knowing when to walk away. She'll learn that eventually. Hopefully not the way I did. The house feels different now. Lighter. There's no tension waiting when I open the door. No wondering where he really is. No checking phone bills or credit card statements. Just me and the kids and butterscotch destroying my favorite shoes. It's not the life I planned 11 years ago when I said yes to Royce in a church filled with flowers and promises, but it's mine. Completely, authentically mine. And that's worth more than anything he could have given me. Someone asked me recently if I regret how we exposed them, if the public humiliation was too far, if we should have handled it privately. I thought about it, really considered it. Then I remembered 8 months of Thursdays, of being called clueless, of him lying to my face while I packed his lunches. No, I don't regret it. Some people deserve privacy, others deserve exposure. The trick is knowing which is which.